Right then, as Steve Benway would say, this is Stellar Assault on the Sega Saturn. And there's been a lot of gameplays lately on YouTube, from Mr. Benway especially, of 3D polygon based flat shaded video games. So it's really inspired me to make this video. So we're going to check out Stellar Assault and see how it plays. What's interesting about this game is that it's one of the very few, well, it's the only one I know of really, on the Sega Saturn that actually is developed in a widescreen mode. So no messing around with aspect ratios here. You can set your TV, you can put it on a modern TV and have a nice 16:9 widescreen format to play the game, which is cool. Okay, so basically the game consists of 6 different sectors in space, 6 stages or levels, whatever you want to call them. And we'll start with the first sector, and in each sector you have to take out a certain number of bad guys and perform certain tasks. So it's a kind of a free roaming 3D spaceship shooter, which is really cool. But the thing that really makes it stand out, it's the graphics. It's got those flat shaded 3D polygons which look really nice, that I really like, Mr. Benway really likes, and it just really reminds me of Star Wing or Star Fox, this game. Now there is a little bit of shading on the polygons, you can see. They're not complete, well they are flat, but they're just, you know, shaded a little bit in different sections to give definition, but essentially they are technically flat shaded polygons. And very similar to games like, you know, Virtua Racing, Virtua Fighter, and the recent game that Mr. Benway played the other day was Starblade on the arcade. So I'm really, again, I'm really impulsed to play this game and show you how it plays. So it makes use of a good few buttons on the control pad. This one you've got right, we've got control now, so we're gonna take out the first load of bad guys. You can roll right around, left and right in your ship, as you would imagine you could do in space. You can do a barrel roll, in fact, just like just like in Star Fox. And then you've got your standard laser, and then you've got a lock-on laser, and then you've got another targeting mode, which isn't activated right now. And then you can speed up and speed down with the L and R buttons. There we go. Oh no, it's turned me around. Okay, I was heading the wrong way there. Let's go down here. Okay, so we're getting to the place where the mission's going to start. And I think he's going to get blown up. Yes, yes, come on. I just love the explosion effects on this game. When you destroy the bad guys, the way they explode, it just makes it look so cool. Okay, and we're off. Now I just love games like this. free roaming spaceship shooting blasting action. Really, really satisfying. These games can and sometimes do kind of disorientate me. You know, obviously you're in space and you don't really know which way you're going, but I guess that's what would essentially make it realistic, I suppose. But yeah, it's obviously sometimes hard to know which way up you are in space. But I just love these explosion effects. They are so satisfying. Nice. Try and find those red things are the bad guys, so you just got to target in on them. Really cool. So yeah, the kind of story of the game, the idea of the game, you're in a group of, you've got a team with you, and you just go to different sectors in space and do these missions. They all vary in a free roaming area, so they're all quite similar, but you have different targets to take down. And there's 6 different stages to get through. The game's not that massive, but there's depending on how long you take to take out the bad guys, you know, there's plenty of stuff to shoot. There we go. I think one bad guy left somewhere. There he is. Let's take him out. There you go. So once all the bad guys are taken out, you move on to the next part of the level. So this is interesting. Now this is like an asteroid which has bombs on it, and you kind of have to take out the things that are attached to it. It can be very tricky because you have to like fly alongside it and maneuver alongside it and shoot out the turrets that are on there without crashing into it, which I'm prone to do quite a lot of. So I'll show you how it goes. I'm going to start in a second. You have to go to the next mission. Here we go. We'll skip this part. Okay, mission start. There are 2 ships you can pick from, and it is a 2-player game as well. You can have 2-player mode on this, which is really good as well. The other ship is very different as well. It has a different targeting and shooting kind of lock-on features as well. So both ships in this game are really different, so you can pick and choose which one you prefer as well. Real Star Fox X kind of graphics, you can see. I love this game. It is actually one of the more expensive Saturn games, unfortunately, as well. So here's the thing we have to catch up with and destroy. He's got these little turrets on it, and you have to kind of take them out. So these are the ones at the back, but the difficult ones are that you have to fly around the front of it here, all without crashing into it. You've only got a limited bit of shield, so it's I always find it quite tricky to really maneuver without crashing onto it. You really have to kind of come in at an angle here. What I tend to do, I think, is just try and go out a little bit and then come in. Oh, come on. Let me get in front of it and then I'll turn around. Before it gets to me. Oh no, I've missed it. Maybe I can slow it down if I shoot out those bits on it. Try and get around the top here. Really tricky. There we go, I've got one there. Let's go up a little bit here now. It's a little bit more skill involved than you know, Star Fox, which is why I like this game. But it's kind of Star Fox, but in a more of a 3D world. Like, you know, Starwing on the SNES, it kind of looks very similar to this, but it uses more of 2D plane, 2D world, I guess, ish. Oh god, the thing's way over there, look. I like the way this is more kind of open, free roaming. You have to kind of, like this for example, you have to fly around it and keep up with it, and it's just what makes it really kind of realistic for me. You know, realistic, I know it's sci-fi, it's not real, but it gives it that real difficulty kind of. There we go, we've got one. I have to get one more now on here. It's right at the bottom here, so I'll fly up and I'll come down on it a little bit. There we go. Oh no, I've done that wrong. This is hard. There we go, I've got it. I crashed though. Ooh, that was tough. Alright, here come the bad guys, so you've got to take out the rest of these ships now. This is the fun bit now, it's just cleaning up. Using that lock-on laser to take them out. Oh. Really, really satisfying explosion effects. Love it. This is spaceship shooting at its best. So when Steve Benway was playing Starblade on the arcade, on his latest video, this really reminded me of this game. However, the difference is obviously Starblade is a on-rail shooter, and this is you actually control the ship in this one, so that's where it does differ. But still, the premise is very, very much, you know, blow crap up basically. And that's it. That's the first mission. That's the first stage completed. Cool. So yeah, thanks for joining. Oh no, actually, do you know what? This is the fun part. You've blown up the device, and now you actually have to blow up the rest of the debris to break it up. Oh yeah. So let's go and do that. This is where you can just go crazy with your missiles. You just have to just clean it up by blowing up the space debris here. So just take out the remaining chunks. Just blow it all to smithereens. Oh, very satisfying. Lovely, 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 lovely. Every bit of these asteroid needs to be destroyed. Lots of it. I've never come across a shooter, even on Lilac Wars, you know, that's as satisfying as shooting stuff as this game. This is incredible. It really is just blow stuff up in space. It's wicked. Alright, let me just get my bearings here. Those are the last little bits. There they are. Let's catch them up. Use my booster. God, they're getting away from me. Here we go, nearly there. And one more. That's it. So we're done. That's the mission completed. So I'll call it a day there. Thank you very much for joining me. And that is Stellar Assault on the Sega Saturn.